every podcast here is herding cats. Every podcast is all of us trying to be professional until something piques our curiosity, and then it goes completely off the rails. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what the Kind of Funny podcast is here for. We're each and every week 4, sometimes 5, sometimes 3 best friends gather around this table, each bringing topics for your amusement. That's right. Blessing Adeoye Jr. is joining us right now and has said, I want to bring topics back to the show. You've got a topic. Kevin has a topic for us. I have a topic. And Joey, I have a topic for you about Andy's sweatshirt, but we're going to get to that a little bit later. Housekeeping right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mission Impossible in review. The Final Reckoning will continue this week on Thursdays. Will Ethan Hunt die, or will he just continue to dye his hair more? Ethan Hunt.
Man, I've been thinking about it.
I can't wait to talk
Ethan
about
Hunt
this.
is different.
Been thinking about it.
Ethan Hunt
I'm
is.
so upset that I missed this.
Tune in this
man.
Thursday after Gamescast to find out. Also, shout out to our Patreon producers, James Hastings, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney Twinning. We are here for you guys. And today we're brought to you by Subway Surfers and Factory, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Speaking of housekeeping,
Yeah.
Blessing has... Andy's having a shoot.
Are you
He's
watching the
watching the
podcast you're on?
I don't know why I just
That's
popped
so
up.
meta.
Blessing has a theory
Which theory?
about the housekeepers.
Oh, yes.
What is this conspiracy problem that's happening right now?
Because during the Death Stranding 2 stream, I presume they bought a big box of all of like the Lay's chips,
Which I've
and the
asked them
Frito
never
chips
to buy again.
and Doritos.
I was wondering where those
love
came
it.
from.
Yeah, I don't. I've gained 5 pounds because of that box.
It has been like very detrimental.
Because
to my
when they're
health.
that small, you just eat like I just ate
It's like,
two,
oh, I'll just do one bag of Cheetos.
I just did 2 bags of Fritos right now. Just took them to the face.
So the thing is, that box has lasted through the week, and on Friday, I looked in there and I saw a bag of Lay's potato chips, and
You
I was like,
wanted
oh, I
that.
haven't had one of these
Yeah.
yet, and I saw that it was the last one, but I already ate multiple bags of chips, so I'm like, I'm not gonna eat it right now, and so I took it and I put it on my desk, and I was like, I'll have it as a treat when I get in on Monday.
Like a secret Snickers.
Yeah. Exactly, like a secret Snickers.
Yes.
And then I got in, and the Lay's was gone. And I'm not gonna blame anybody at this company because I think it's the cleaners.
You think the cleaners are doing it?
I think the cleaners have kids
They do have kids.
that come through and take things. Because also, here's another complaint I have, and I respect the cleaners. I love the cleaners.
We're not talking shit about the
I'm
cleaners.
not talking shit about the cleaners.
We're not talking shit about the cleaners. They're
But-
very lovely. But
is there a way I can
Let's
keep
talk
them
shit.
away from my desks?
I mean, why? What do they do to your desk?
They move things.
They clean your desk.
Yeah, but like sometimes I'll come back and toys will be disassembled. I sound insane saying this. It shouldn't be as big a problem. I promise I'm not like the kind of person that's like, oh, don't touch my action figures. I'm not that kind of person.
You're creeping up to the line there, Blessing. You're creeping up to the
I
line.
come back and they're like apart, and I'm like,
What?
why?
I feel like I need like a more tangible.
You're not doing a whole lot to fight
what-
those out.
Joey, he's got a
So,
Goku
I have a
on
cut and
his
dry
desk.
case.
No, because I have a Sonic plushie, right? And those. And there was one day I came back and it was on Cool Greg's desk, and I was
my
like,
God.
why do you need to move the Sonic plushie?
Because they clean your desk.
But like, can you wipe around?
No, they got to
But
lift
then
it
they're
up and
not
clean
cleaning
around,
your
you know.
desk.
Well, you just have to wipe around. And also, like, there'll be times where I come back and my laptop's unplugged. Not even times. Most of the time, I come back, my laptop's unplugged from like a Friday or a Monday.
Interesting.
I'm just saying, does anybody else have this beef?
Joseph Grigsby in the YouTube chat says, "Don't touch my drums" from Step Bros.
Nick, I want you to know that I absolutely hate that I have to sit here and be like, fuck, is this actually warrant me messaging
No.
the housekeeper?
No, it does
but
not.
like,
100% no.
where is the line? Because Cool Greg had Legos and they kept getting broken.
The line is.
I will say
here's
my
the thing.
Lego flowers sometimes have a petal that falls off, but I blame the Lego flowers, not.
I'm going
cleaner.
to say something that's going to sound like it's an incredibly insulting thing to say to all of the people that work here. And I don't mean this to sound bad. But if y'all just cleaned your desks occasionally, this wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, I'm down to do that.
We have
Should-
a
should
clean
we-
desk policy.
We do have a clean desk policy. Nobody adheres to that. Greg Miller, biggest offender of that. How many
number
monitors
2.
can Greg
No,
put on
I
his
think we
desk?
should- I think Tim right now potentially
What?
is a contender.
Well,
Tim
between
has-
Andy and Tim
has
and
so
your
many
desk,
things on his desk. It's weird
You know
because
what-
he never does.
Wait,
You know what? I
could we
never
get
look
so
at
many
Tim's. I
beanies?
never look at Tim's desk because
You
it's
should
not.
go look
It's
right
not on my
now.
route.
Same.
It's not on the way to anything. You know what I mean? Like if you ask me, can you drop me off at Tim's desk? I'm like, dude, that's not on my way home. Like it's a really tough commute for me. You know
I
what
get
mean?
it. I
Wait,
get it.
real quick. I don't want to leave this conversation without mentioning Nick's desk. Because for a while, it was a normal desk. And then maybe like 4 months ago, it was like, oh shit, is Nick gonna quit? Because he's clear off everything on his desk. And he's got a clip on the side where his work gloves go, and that's it. And it's like, oh shit, is he leaving?
Me and Nick's schedules are like, we don't cross over whatsoever unless I
Zero.
force myself onto a KP like I did
Yeah,
today.
or else so like everyone's out of the office and I have to be on a Gamescast.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
as I'm getting off of Gamescast, Nick is going on to a screencast or a KP or a stream or something. So there'll be weeks where I will not see this man in the office, and I'll have the same response of like, does Nick still work?
Did I miss a weekly meeting?
Yeah, legitimately, I'm like, did I miss the memo that Nick isn't here anymore?
You know what it is? It's just that I got a monitor on my desk right now, and it's just taking up so much of the real estate on my desk that I just can't. I'm actually like at a point where I'm like, do I have too many pens on my desk? Should I
I
should I
think
cut
about that
back
all
some of
the
the?
time.
I have all those Nutter Butter still from that time that we almost broke Greg with the Nutter Butter prank in Kansas City or wherever we were. So
That was
I don't-
RTX,
That was
yeah.
RTX. Right?
Yeah.
I just like a clean desk, and again, I know that my level of OCD is like on a different level from everyone else's. Yeah, but like
Define
I think
clean desk.
I like it. I don't like anything to be on my desk that I don't need. So like I have power, I have
So
a
you don't like to
mouse, I have
decorate
some
your
pens, I have
desk.
one little coffee mug that I keep pens in, but it's also a coffee mug that Joey and I are developing to potentially put out someday. So I stare at that, and that to me is like still working.
So you don't
Um,
like whimsy.
It's not that I don't like
You
whimsy. It's
used
that
to.
I have a whole Let's Play lab for whimsy. So like me and Mike, whenever something fun comes in, or like Andy, someone comes in, we just go, we put it in there, and it's fun, and that's already getting cluttered, and that's kind of where the clutter needs to go because I think it looks cool with the lighting and stuff like that.
That's where
And we
my
can always pare
Lego
that back a
flowers
little
are.
bit, but you have to also understand this. And again, I'm not throwing shade at anyone in this office,
He's
and I
looking
don't,
right at me.
and I don't know because I don't even know what your desk looks like.
Okay, that's good.
You talk about Andy's talking about how Tim's not on his route home or his route to work. You're in a different state from me.
I don't see anybody's desk.
I sometimes
Like I see
go.
Roger and Baird's desk, and that's about it.
I never see Barrett's desk. I never see Barrett's
Oh yeah,
desk.
there's
I
no
never
reason
see
for
your
you to be
desk.
there.
Yeah.
I see a little bit of Cool Greg's desk, way too much of Kevin and Andy's desk, and Tim's Pokemon cards. That's all I see. He's built a wall of Pokemon cards up, so I can't make eye contact with him anymore, and I'm real fucking salty.
I didn't even know
about
he had Pokemon cards.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Exactly. Well, he's got multiple. I'll give you some.
Can I
I'll
tell
never
you?
Notice.
So I feel like my desk used to be a lot, I guess, tidier, or it didn't have as many like toys and trinkets and things like that. But there were
Tchotchkes.
tchotchkes. I learned what that was last week.
Spell it.
So I don't know how to spell it, but obviously it's something that
Starts with a T.
I remember it from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. When they're, the little tchotchke that he puts on his inside of the cockpit or whatever. And then Sage Ryan kind of brought it back into our lexicon when we went to the Nintendo store, and she was talking about how she wanted to buy little things for Anthony Carboni, and she bought a tchotchke, and because Carboni kept saying, I have too many tchotchkes. She brought up this word several times. And when we were in LA last week, me and Blessing goes, I gotta confess something to you. When Sage Ryan kept on bringing up the word tchotchke, I just nodded and like agreed as if I knew it.
Yeah.
No idea what.
Wait, hold on.
I've been scared like that multiple times. Bud.
We have the three contenders for best spellers. They're often saying that they're better spellers than everyone else. Can anyone spell the word Tchotchke?
I'll try.
Who?
I
It's
think
in the
someone
chat.
spelled it
That's a
correctly in the
tough
chat, so
one.
I'll verify.
I
it.
didn't
Go
see
look,
that.
Bless.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Go for it.
You said I started with a T?
It does.
See, I wouldn't have guessed that.
T
Yep.
C H
Mhm.
A.
Nope.
What?
Already gone.
All right, my turn.
Excuse
You're done.
me?
You're done. You're done.
already
Game
lied.
over.
Wait, is tchotchke a word that's in the dictionary?
Yeah.
No way.
I bel
I mean, Urban
Is
Dictionary,
it
maybe.
Yiddish? Is that what it
Can we
I
define a
imagine so.
tchotchke? Can I get a definition?
I will look it up right
The
now.
question is,
A
can you
trinket?
spell the word Tchotchke?
Yeah, exactly. Kevin, don't let him out of this. Why are
Oh,
trying
you
to
know
get out
what?
of
It's
this?
like Schlotzsky's. I bet.
Is it T C?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Schlotzsky's is?
Todd, okay,
it
a
like a
small
shot
object
ski?
that is decorative rather than strictly functional, a trinket.
You never heard of Schlotzsky's? It's a restaurant. It's
Schlotzsky's,
Oh, no.
It's a burger. Oh, not a burger. A
Sandwich place.
sandwich place. It's
I
like
have no idea
a.
what that is. I was thinking shot ski.
Oh,
I'm gonna say TCH. You said A, right?
gotta be O.
O.
Schlotzsky's.
TCHO. Ooh, this gets tough. Because is there another T? I'm gonna say a T.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
TCHOT.
CH. Gotta be
CH. Yeah,
Come
that
on.
would be CH.
K-I.
TCHOTCHKIES.
Nope.
No.
Wrong. So close.
Close.
KY?
E.
K-E.
K
Now
E.
The question is,
can't
Joey,
blame me for
did
that.
you know it?
I would have gotten I would have gotten mixed up somewhere in the TCHK area.
What a great word. What a great word. I hope that we have another chance to test their 3 best spellers to find out who is the best.
The reason why I got it wrong is like when Joey asked the question, is it Yiddish? That's what really good spellers go, oh, it's Yiddish. That means that the words are spelled usually like this or whatever, and I don't.
Andy, it's a great excuse. I'm really impressed, but like no one got it right, so don't worry. You guys are still equal at this point.
Okay. Kevin, can you look up some spelling bee words?
We don't want to do a
Well, yeah, we're not doing that right now. I mean, we can.
It's on your topic.
We have topics for this
I forgot my topic.
I know what your topic is. I wrote it down.
Oh, perfect.
I wrote everyone's topic down. We're going to start with my topic of the show.
Can I have a subtopic
Absolutely,
to
you
Blessing's
may.
topic?
Of course. Do you remember what Blessing's topic was?
No, I'm going off of this current topic.
Okay, this is a different topic. This will be your
chips-
topic.
The chips topic.
Yeah.
The great chip conspiracy
Andy,
of 2025.
when you walked into work this morning, did you perchance have a little breakfast bag of Doritos that you left by the printer?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I don't eat the Doritos.
I went to the bathroom today, and I look over, and there was, these the little bags that Mike and Roger got for the Death Stranding thing, right?
The ones that were stolen off
The
of
little
Blessing's
kids'
desk.
bag, like lunch bags.
Snack
bags,
size or
right?
whatever.
I look over, and someone it wasn't there Friday when I left. Someone just left a half-eaten bag of that, which is an insult because it's already a half bag at best. And I'm thinking to myself the same thing Joey is. What kind of a-hole would just leave this by the printer for me to see?
And for the audience at home, the printer table is also right by the bathrooms.
So you have to
So
pass it.
usually becomes like a gathering ground of things that people are dropping and picking back
Yes.
up.
Wait, so do we currently not know, or are you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. No,
I
look,
thought
I'm
that
guessing
it
it's
might
Mike.
have
That has to
been
be
you.
Mike.
It has
right?
to be
That's
Snowbike
I
Mike.
have great evidence because a little while ago I just mentioned I fucked up and I ate Taco Bell because I was like, should I? If I eat, maybe it's gonna make me tired. I was like, but if I go to the Kind of Funny podcast without eating for that long, because I haven't eaten anything all day until Last of Us podcast, and I went out to go get Taco Bell.
So it
That
wasn't
me?
your
Was not me?
Doritos.
No.
And it wasn't. Well, Roger and I were having the discussion originally. We thought it could have been Blessing,
I would never do that.
but we didn't. Based on the timing of the shows, we didn't think that it was you.
You could pretty much guarantee that if it's not a flaming hot little baby bag of chip, I won't touch it.
I mean, you want to talk about desks, right? We can't talk about desks without talking about Snowbike Mike, who somehow moved his desk without anyone knowing
You allowed him.
over to the bathroom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now is taking over, I'd say, a sizable amount of the office space in this office.
The Buzz.
with Xbox themed Buzz set that he has yet to shoot on. Snowbike Mike, I know you're in this fucking room. Don't
We
not
can
respond
see
to me. I can
you.
see you. I can see you over there.
He definitely
Did you
ate
try
those
to
chips.
hide?
Those were his
you just
chips.
try to hide from
Here
me?
he's walking. Those are his chips.
What kind? Can I get what kind of chips are they?
Doritos.
Nacho cheese.
When the question
And what
is
day did this happen?
Today. They were there today.
when the
This
question is
morning.
nacho cheese.
It was Mike.
This episode of Cave Court is adjourned. We have figured out.
We figured it out. It wasn't that much of a
It was
mystery.
exactly who we thought it might
I'd like
be.
to request a ranking of desks. Not today. Not
A
tomorrow.
ranking of desks? I mean, Mike's desk number one. Mike has a sofa at his
Hold
desk.
on. He made the sound back there right now that he made the other day during the Death Stranding stream when I posted a video and sent it to Roger and Mike. and I'm going to repost this clip so Kevin can hopefully bring it up because it's one of the funniest
Wait, where are you
sounding
posting
things.
it?
What's up?
Where are you posting
Probably
it?
assets.
I'm going to put it in assets, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the funniest things ever where him and Roger were laughing hysterically during this Death Stranding stream. They were trying to figure out what to eat for lunch. They could not decide on it. And they have a moment where Mike kind
I'll
of
send Nuggies, put
Send
it in
Nuggies
the,
through it in the
chat
chat as well,
if
and
that's easier
on
too.
Twitch if you guys want to watch that.
Mike kind of like jumps at Roger because he goes, "What are you gonna get, Roger?" And Roger goes, "I'm probably a burger." And he goes, "Oh, you're gonna get a burger?" And Roger's like, "Why do you fucking ask it like that? Why'd you come at me like that?" And they both laugh about it, and then the sound happens, and the sound is now in assets, Kevin, if you want to bring that up, because it's just
We don't
it's-
need a visual, right? Just
No,
we
we
just
don't
need
need a
to hear
visual.
it.
We in
a
anticipation.
burger. Yeah, you're gonna get a burger. Oh, what is that?
That's the sound of walking sleep apnea.
I never want to hear that again.
What the fuck is that noise?
He had the handheld mic right to his face and maybe forgot to put it away for a bit. But let's get it one more time.
Oh my God! Can we have it one more time, please?
I hate seeing his heart rate also going.
And that's a noise he did a little while ago off mic where we're already moving on with the conversation and you just hear.
It's because he sat down. It took him so much energy just to sit down in a chair. God bless you, Mike. I
The
love you.
muscles are still sore from the walking, man.
I mean, he walked for 48 hours straight.
Yeah, 48 hours
give or take
straight.
15 hours of old KFAF episodes.
700,000.
Also, I saw y'all got Red
That's a lot of
Robin.
KFAF.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say they didn't do a great job, but you and I did a lot of the heavy lifting of that. I just want you to know.
Mike, y'all got Red Robin on that stream, right? I think I ordered Red Robin at the exact same time you guys did.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Red Robin got 2 orders, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is twice the amount of orders we ever get."
Yeah.
Mike, I need
It's
you to do me a
they
favor.
just appeared on the DoorDash app. That's what
Did they?
happened.
Oh,
Chat
Do
kept getting
do you
mad at
like
me.
Red Robin?
Well, that was the reason why I ordered it. Is I don't think I've ever encountered anybody in my life that has mentioned Red Robin, like in just
Oh,
a casual
really?
sense.
I was about to offer to introduce or to invite you to the Red Robin crew.
Wait,
We went one time.
Me and Katie really like
Red
Red,
Robin?
Robin.
Yeah, we all went as a company one time.
Hollow
That was probably
loves
It
before
was
my time.
before a movie.
It was
with
definitely-
James and Elise.
Blessing was still here for sure.
But I
Oh,
probably
yeah.
that probably didn't go to
I
the
think it
movie.
was Scream.
Yo, didn't
Oh,
we
wait,
take?
maybe.
I don't think I've
didn't
been
we
to
take
Red.
Meg there once, or was that Red Lobster?
We
No,
took
it was
Meg
Red
to Red
Lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah,
we took
Red
Meg-
Lobster has those
I don't
fucking.
think I've been to Red Robin since
It's those biscuits.
2013.
Well, Katie and I really like Red Lobster, and there's one by our house.
Wait,
Oh,
Lobster
Red
or Robin?
Robin, sorry.
Oh,
Chat kept
So
getting
if you ever
angry
wanna
at me.
go,
You know what?
You just let us know.
I'm officially inviting you on a lunch date. We're gonna go to a Red Robin.
oh, let's go. I'm going with
Yes.
Nick. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Done.
Chat kept getting angry at me, Nick,
If you go to
during
Lobster, I'll go
the
there.
during the Death
I
Stranding
like
stream.
Red Lobster.
Yeah.
A lot of people going,
Check
Andy,
the
why
biscuits.
won't you go eat lunch with or eat dinner with Roger and Mike? Why won't you go join your friends? And it's because the studio's just far away enough from me.
Oh, it's too far from you.
Like I'm not the Daly City crew that can 4-minute drive over. Like it's annoying. It's
That's
a
a
lot of
30-minute
it's a lot of
commitment minimum.
stoplights.
Yeah, you guys
it
have
sucks.
a long one.
And so I kept telling chat like I'd be there. Legitimately, I would have dropped by if I lived closer. So sorry to Mike and Roger for letting you down.
We're
Did
gonna
you
keep.
answer their phone call?
Yeah, I answered. Well, no, I didn't answer Rogers, but I called him right back because I noticed it a little too late, and that's when he realized that Mike had blocked him.
Hell yeah. I saw
you
the
hear about
call,
this?
and I was just like, I shook my head. I was like, I ain't answering this shit.
Oh, I did answer that call. I answered both calls. I was on stream when that happened. Yeah, when he was calling everybody.
Yeah.
I got a text from Roger, and he was very sweet. He was like, "Oh, sorry, just wanted to call you because we're doing a thing with the
Do you
chat."
think that he copy and pasted the same message to you and I?
1000%. 1000. And I almost replied to him, and I was almost like, "Don't text this number during non-work hours." Like that was almost what I told him.
Michael, I need you to do me a favor. We're gonna move on to Kevin's topic of the show right now. There is a Sprite that is in the refrigerator. Can you bring that
It's
to us
happening.
with as many glasses as people would like to try this Sprite?
What?
This was provided to us by
doing a
Sprite.
taste test.
It is a Sprite/iced tea, and it looks god awful. And we are going to try that on the show as we continue to talk.
It's a legitimate product.
Legitimately, they hit up Tim, and Sprite was
said
like, "Would you
one
like us to send some
singular
product?"
can.
They sent us a can of Sprite.
Oh,
here we are. Okay,
I
Roger's
love
here.
this.
We're going to drink this
What does it say?
Sprite tea.
Oh
It
wow.
just says Sprite tea.
So it's like an Arnold Palmer almost.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
plus
I guess.
Andy,
I guess.
doesn't it look good? It looks good, right?
I'm excited
That
for
looks
this.
really good.
Do you guys remember Tivana?
Tivana, it's still a
That's
thing.
what it looks like.
Yeah.
They turned into
Oh.
Carvana. They switched to Carvana.
Oh, that's a better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Tivana
more
got-
lucrative.
They
It's
got
the
bought by
tariff stuff.
Starbucks, or they're owned by Starbucks.
I think
Oh, I was
Starbucks owned
thinking
Tivana. Yeah.
Tejava.
Tea.
Well, I know Starbucks owns a
Tivana?
tea brand. I'm not sure if it's that one or not.
I think
It was
Starbucks.
like half tea, half coffee.
I'm pretty sure
It
Starbucks
was like
owns
a tea
Tivana.
jar.
I think
Java.
Starbucks owns everything.
I used to work at Starbucks, and they had. I'm pretty sure they had Tivana
It
products.
smells like fruity pebbles.
Kevin, are you going to try some of this?
That's yours.
Oh,
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
I don't know why this picture.
Are you guys
picture is
Sprite
just not
guys?
working. What the
I'm a Sprite
fuck?
guy.
I'll
I
fuck up
don't
a Sprite
like the
occasionally.
color.
You give me an ice cold Sprite with a little vodka in it.
Yeah, Sprite
I'm
shouldn't
not
be
mad
brown.
at it.
Yeah.
It's gotta have the vodka.
Joe, this-
Cava. There we go.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
This is what that reminds me of.
All right. Let's try this. Cheers, everyone.
Bottoms
It
up, everybody.
smells
Happy Monday.
interesting.
Mike, do you
wanna try this?
Cheers. Cheers.
Let's go.
I don't like the smell.
Oh,
that's-
damn.
I don't like that.
I like it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I like it.
Those
Oh, I
don't
like
go
it, yeah.
together.
No, I like that.
This
I
is
like
good.
Damn,
This is good.
Like Sprite.
No, this tastes like a
No.
twisted tea with no alcohol.
This tastes like when I pour a soda into an old coffee cup. You know what I mean? Where like I have a little coffee left. Yeah, I'll have like a little bit left, and I'm like, oh, I'll throw a fucking DC in there just to get all the rest of the caffeine in me.
It's not.
This is good.
Don't act like I'm the weird one here. Your better half is leaving Doritos bags everywhere all over the place.
And I ate those Doritos. Yeah, they were good.
Nacho cheese. This is good.
I like it.
This is good. I like this. This gets the seal of approval.
I
it's like
love twisted tea, so I like this, but I know that I'm a trash human being. So.
You get through the carbonation, and then all
me
that
try- is there
awaits
more?
your taste buds is the tea.
Raj, bring
It
me
is
some,
really
please.
Bring
fake
Kevin a
tea.
little bit. It tastes like you know what it tastes like? Is an Arizona iced tea.
Yeah.
It tastes like a very like weirdly like sugared.
Carbonated.
But what I
carbonated
love
iced
about
tea.
it is I'm not used to having the carbonated bubbles with tea.
I
That's
kinda
something I
like
didn't know I
it.
wanted.
Yeah, maybe you do.
I'd want it.
Maybe you do.
And I have it.
I had a Fernet with soda the other day, and I was like, bubbly
Why?
Fernet, because it's really good, actually. Fernet's disgusting. You mix a little bubbles into it. Pretty good.
You know what?
Interesting.
Let's see what Kevin's
just,
thoughts are.
I
on
just
it.
had this, and I gotta say, I think a lot of times Andy's drink takes are insane.
Garbage, yeah.
But like,
so?
he's not wrong. How so?
Yeah.
The whole like, oh, I'm gonna drink a diet drink, but I'm gonna put a little bit of regular in it.
Or
and
leaving a
that's
can
gonna be
open
good.
for
Kind
10
of
days
wild.
just so it, quote, mellows out, and then mixing that with something else.
Whenever I get a super duper burger, Nick, I always do about 70% Diet Coke,
Yeah.
30% Coke. Or replace the 30% Coke with 30% root beer.
Okay, see, so thank you for proving exactly what I was just talking
Yeah,
about.
Kevin's not wrong on this
But
one.
this time, this is pretty good.
It is.
Yeah,
This isn't bad.
Yeah, I like this.
Okay. All right. I think I might be the outlier
Roger,
here.
what
I
did
think
you
I might
think?
be the only person that didn't particularly care for this. Roger's with me. I can
Roger
tell.
shrugged.
Roger's shrugging his shoulders. I got a story for you, though.
Wait, real quick. Roger's response was insane because he was just like, "Oh, it just tastes like regular Sprite." It most certainly does not.
It doesn't.
It does
taste
not
like
taste like regular.
That's what
Roger,
I
you're
insane is the right word.
That is an insane. Kevin's not wrong on this one. Kevin's 2 for 2.
Definitely.
I
has
thought
a
about you, Andy.
Very
What?
forward tea taste at the end.
I went to our the Starbucks that I saw you at last time. And you guys don't remember this.
Is it
I
now
s-
your Starbucks?
Well, I
Is
saw
that how
Andy was
we're-
walking down the street, and I saw him, and I got really nervous. Like when you see your principal out of school. I was like legitimately like starstruck. I was like, holy shit, Andy's here. I was like, what do I? And I was with my wife. I was like, what do I say? She goes, the fuck are you talking about? Just say hi. Let's move on. We have shit to do.
Yeah.
But the other day we were sitting at Starbucks. Now I just equate that with you because we have to. I drop her off at the Pete's. She doesn't like Starbucks, and then she walks down with the Pete's. Baller move to walk into a Starbucks with a
What does
Pete's.
Starbucks think about that?
We know everyone at the Starbucks because we know everyone at every Starbucks now. So the person that runs that used to run another one, and so she's super cool. She's so cool that if my wife didn't like the matcha because they just traded to a different matcha, and so she's like working with my wife like a hairstylist to find the correct proportions of matcha to like sugar-free vanilla to put into it. They're awesome at that Starbucks, but that's not what this is
You
about.
guys are on the inside track.
I walk into the Bucks right by myself, and I look over. There's one table open, and I was like, perfect, we'll sit there right next to a gray-haired, an older gentleman who's got his back toward me, right? He's coughing a little bit, but I'm like, I'm measuring it out in my brain. I'm like, I'm 6 feet away. I'm sure it's gonna be okay. And this is the only table that's open. It's near the sun. I don't want to sit around by the bathroom in like the little tunnel area. Fuck
Social
that,
distancing.
right? So I sit down. My wife comes in, and the second she sits down, both of our phones light up. Everyone's phones in Starbucks lights up.
Oh,
Silver alert.
Right.
yeah.
I look at this.
It was so
I
loud.
look at my phone, and it's a picture of maybe a guy in his mid 80s, black eye, wild hair, looks like a mugshot. Like this dude's been living a fucking
Well,
life.
you got an image?
Yeah, I got
yeah.
an image
You had
on
to
the
click
on
the link.
Oh yeah, you click the
Oh.
link.
No way.
It goes
Also-
to Twitter.
For reference, you said black eye, not black guy.
Yeah, black eye.
You said it fast.
Sorry, my apologies.
Half the
yes.
listeners are like, "Oh,
Black eye, white dude with a black eye. So I was like,
I also did not click. Didn't even think there would
I
be a
clicked the
picture.
link.
dude!" When you click the link, it's a Twitter post.
it's a Twitter post.
Weird.
It takes you to Twitter.
You
Same
guys,
thing
you
with
gotta
Amber
click
Alerts,
the
I
link.
think.
You got to click the link, and then you got to
I
look
just
at the
didn't know that
replies.
there was a link.
Because all the replies are people on Twitter being like, "Yo, this scared the shit out of me."
Yeah, it's terrifying. And then you go to a picture of a guy that looks like he's going through it.
Yeah.
Because
X
this old
really
dude
is the
going through it.
everything app. It really is the everything
Which,
app.
like, I'm
Wow.
like, why, how do you have the black eye?
Oh,
photo
post has
of
been
him?
deleted. So apparently,
Oh no, maybe they
they've
found
been
him.
found.
But no thanks to me because I look over to my right and I'm like, well, there is an old white guy there, but I can't see his eye. So Danielle's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like this. Like trying to look for trying to gauge from the back of his head whether he's this old guy. By the way, this guy's sitting in a Starbucks and had the sense to order a Starbucks.
If it was him,
So
what
it's
would
not-
you do?
I would follow the link, I guess. What do you do? I don't even know what you're supposed to
Citizen's
do.
arrest?
I mean, call 911 and be like, he's here and he might be deranged and he's coughing a lot, so someone bring a mask for him or something. But
Nick out loud going like, anybody been punched recently?
trying to find this guy's eye. Oh, man.
It's so funny you bring that up just in that area of little events that have happened because I was walking down that street on Saturday.
But you did not see Nick.
Didn't see Nick. Didn't see an old man, but did see a woman stepping the biggest piece of shit.
Yep.
Biggest piece of dog shit. Holy, it was like 4 feet in front of me.
Dog shit. Okay.
I've got my headphones on, and it was such a. I really wish I
Did
had.
it break the smell barrier when she stepped on it?
No, but I had to really not try to laugh because I had.
I would've laughed.
I wish I had Greg's Ray-Ban glasses or something.
Just
because this
recording
lady,
it.
this lady walks out of a store. I'm walking. She walks out of the store, and I look down and I see all the pieces. I see like larger than golf ball size fucking turds. Like these things are
Great
fresh
Dane
looking
turds,
turds.
yeah.
And I'll tell you why they are fresh because the old lady with the dog in question, with the perpetrator, is about 4 feet in front of the pieces of shit on the sidewalk. And the old lady, like, I put together all of this story in my head afterwards, but lady walks out and just, with her boot, fucking almost eats it.
Almost like slides.
Oh,
Legitimately
that would be
almost
the
eats it
worst.
because it's like she slips on the piece of shit and there's a bit of a god damn, I'm almost gonna fall, and she goes, oh my god, what the fuck. And then about 4 feet in front of her is this old lady with a German Shepherd that just took all of these shits.
Yep.
And the old lady seems kind of like frazzled, like, why is this shitting so much right now? Like, it didn't look like this was planned. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't have the
Never seen
fucking.
something like, oh, she didn't have the bag?
She didn't have
You
the
gotta have
bags
the
or anything
bag.
like she was just like kind of freaking out.
Can't
And then
do that.
she turns around upon hearing the other lady go, what the fuck? And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And the other lady's like, oh God, it's all right. But like, dude, I saw the lady when she stepped on this piece of shit, did not know how much shit was in the shoe, but I had the perfect view of how
You saw
much
it. It's
covered
done.
up the whole heel.
Is the shoe done?
And yeah, I
Oh,
texted someone like
no.
Mike, and that's a situation where you put the
What did you
You
text
throw the shoe
Mike?
out.
I was like, dude, a lady just took a step into the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen, because it reminded me of when he stepped in shit and
Wait,
didn't
did
want to
you
get in
see-
your car.
Did
Yeah.
you see right there? Nick tried to not make it his fault.
My question to you, if you saw that much shit on a shoe, do you throw the shoe out? Or do you try to clean the shoe after it's been sitting in your car and smells up your car the entire time?
I think maybe you don't just put it in a bush and walk away.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
But to Mike's
You got me
defense,
on
he
that.
had a separate pair of shoes. He did have.
Well, Mike
a
always has
duplicate.
5 pairs of shoes that don't fit him
He had a
properly.
duplicate.
That is fair.
But yeah, it was.
Mike was wearing the boots with the heels. Whatever happened to those?
Which one? The ones that made him taller?
tall ones.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were a kid size
Oh,
small.
the TikTok one.
Yeah. What happened to the Timberlands though? Does he still wear those?
Yeah,
Mike, you
yeah.
still wearing those Tims?
He still wears a Tim.
That's good.
He said the biggest mistake he made was taking those Tims to one of these events because he was walking around.
Magic the
nonstop.
Gathering.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's what it
Magic-Con.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
If you were the lady with the dog, because like one thing I was thinking about as you're telling the story is like, what level of hit and run do I find acceptable? Because I would never hit and run with a car, but like, if I turn around and I see somebody just slipped on some shit that my dog just did,
Turn around.
I think I do some mental calculus of like, if I keep walking and act like it wasn't
Yeah,
my
it wasn't
dog.
me.
No. But here's the thing: the lady isn't in any way walking in this moment. The old lady with the dog is 4 feet in front of about the 4 different.
So it's like when a horse is
golf-sized
like
turds
is on the parade
yeah.
route and just shits.
The-
as it's walking.
and she's like huddled in like next to a building with the dog, taking care, like caring for it because she's probably confused as to why it's shitting so much right now. And so this wasn't it's walking and then you go, oh fuck, he's
like,
like,
oh,
oh
she's
shit
shit.
up.
Gotta do a-
ignoring the fact. that
No,
her dog
she's
should-
like
Yeah.
Chad is saying
She's mortified by this.
Chad is saying shit and run.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
also
shit
said
and run.
perpetrator earlier instead of
Oh,
perpetrator.
that's
really
Uber
great
traders.
too.
I mean,
Chad,
she
you've
al-
been on one today.
like if I had front row seats for this debacle, she was in the second row. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She's right there to see all of it. I felt so
Dude,
bad
I'm
for
sorry.
that.
I guess all you
Shoes.
can really do is apologize.
I mean, you got to
Yeah.
apologize and maybe depending on like how bad the shoe is, just help her put it in the bush. I'm gonna go you one better, and then we're gonna go to ads, and I'm sure our sponsors are gonna love this story that comes out of my mouth before right we go. I come home from a show the other night. It's like 1:00 in the morning, right? Pull my car in. hit the elevator button in my building, and I live in a building that's got 2 elevators. Hit it. Elevator opens up. Ooh, boof, smell of dog shit. Look down. Somebody's dog had shit in the elevator, and they had picked it up, but did the smear thing, and then just left it. So there was just a runway of dog poop in there, and I'm like, and it was like a Sunday night. I think I was coming home from like Cheaper or probably Punchline, actually.
On the Lord's Day.
On the Lord's Jesus Christ's day. And I go to myself, dude, my wife wakes up super early in the morning. She's probably gonna be one of the first people to see this, and she's gonna be so mad. And I can't let this thing marinate overnight in this elevator, because God knows how, who's gonna step on it and trounce it all over the place. So I go into my house, take off my shirt. I'm in just like a white shirt, put latex gloves on, and grab a bunch of cleaning products. And
Serial killer Nick.
And I start cleaning this. I start cleaning this.
Cleaning the
and I
dog
don't
shit.
I'm just like, it'll be fine. I'm just cleaning a stationary thing. Surely it doesn't move up and down. Surely no one's gonna call this elevator at 1 o'clock in the morning. I hear it like jiggle, and then it starts to move, and I'm like, oh no. I'm on my hands and knees like I just killed someone. And I'm trying to I have a trash bag, I have gloves on, my hair's frazzled, like it's
The
my
door
hair
opens. It wasn't me.
Yeah, I literally, the guy would open up, and there was this dude like, what the fuck is going on?
Wall of cops.
Yes. I was like, take the next one. I just let it close and went back to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a second to hear from our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Subway Surfers, the goated endless runner that carried me through middle school, high school, college, and now adulthood is celebrating their 13th birthday, which also marks their 200th world tour update. And they're going big, because Subway Surfers decided to travel to not 1, not 2, but 21 different locations in their 200th world tour special event. As Kinda Funny's resident Zoomer, I can seriously say that I adore Subway Surfers. It's one of my favorite comfort games. Grabbing items, completing challenges, and pulling out a hoverboard right as I'm about to hit a train feels just as good now as it did when I was sitting in the back of Mr. Coburn's Spanish class. Play through all 21 destinations to unlock amazing rewards such as characters, hoverboards, and in-game currency. Just tap the 200th World Tour button on the screen to start playing. On top of that, Subway Surfers has made a special QR code just for the best friends to get even more rewards. The update ends on June 1st, so scan that QR code, download Subway Surfers, and start running if you don't want to miss out on all the rewards. I already did. This episode is brought to you by Factor. When life gets busy, food can sometimes feel like a chore, and the fast food trips can go from a weekly to daily occurrence very fast. So buck those trends and make this season your best with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. We at Kinda Funny love Factor meals. Bless and Greg love it for a quick lunch in between shows, and I adore it as a healthier alternative instead of the dreaded hump day, too tired to cook, drive-through run, helping me to get on track with my goals. Get started at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. Factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off.
Blessing.
Nick.
What's your topic?
What's up with Roger, man? That's my topic. Because he sends a Slack out to the general Slack, and he's like, "Hey,
Should
nobody's
we read
in."
it?
Yeah.
I'll read
Let's
it.
pull
I'll
it
read
up.
I'll pull it up here. He says, and I quote, "Hello, everyone. No one's in trouble. No one's in trouble," which is a very Greg Miller thing to say.
But it's
But-
sent by Roger.
No, but it's by Roger. Roger posted this in our Slack. But no, not one person noticed I got my ears pierced. This is upsetting because I look much cooler now. I would like a written apology from every single person I talked to on at my desk today by end of day. Both Gregs are exempt because both Gregs are currently out of their office.
I didn't notice.
I have quite a few. You didn't know what that he got his
He got his ears pierced.
I also didn't notice.
And is it possibly because of his anatomy? Because I don't know that he has earlobes, and they kind of tuck back a little, and you can't really see it.
He has a lobeless ear, and they go into his
a
thing.
lobeless ear.
But he also
There's
did
no
the thing-
earlobes.
And I'll say this: he also did the thing that you do when like you get engaged, but you don't have a lot of money. The earring is so small that I'm like, is it even an earring? Like he dipped a toe into the earring, But if he came with like giant like studs,
Oh,
Yeah, but
I'd
you
have been like,
can't get,
okay.
you can't have those when you get pierced.
Yeah, I think for the first 6 months you need just like
You need
the
baby
Oh, you
ass
gotta have a little
basic
baby one. That
studs,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: is I don't like to get that close to Roger, to be
Yeah.
able to see that, because then I start. The closer I get to Roger when I talk to him, the more I annoy him. So I like to keep on Mondays. I keep a 20-foot radius from him. At
No,
all
Joe,
times.
it's true. He
I
said
do
that before.
think that it is directly correlated to how much you throw the football at him, though, too.
Well, now I throw it to Mike because Mike can
Oh,
actually
okay.
catch it.
Yeah, he catches it.
So my follow-up question with this
Mm-hmm.
is Roger trying to be me? Because I've noticed this. I've noticed this through the years.
Wow.
Where all do a thing, and then Roger just happens, to do the same thing.
Do we
I'll
have
start-
more like concrete examples?
Yeah, what are the other examples?
A couple weeks ago, I put up a Gregway. That
The way
was-
Blessing just looked up, by the way, it's like, man, he's about to go into some
Yeah.
shit
He's
right
been
here.
He's going
asking
into the
us for
fourth
the
dimension.
evidence.
He's been waiting for this.
This
I've been
is the-
accumulating the evidence for sure.
Let's go.
A couple weeks ago, I put up a Gregway.
Uh-huh.
It was during my Death Stranding 2 preview in Japan,
Okay.
where after every session I played the game, I came back and I talked about my thoughts, and I put it up as like an almost hour-long diary of me playing Death Stranding 2 during this preview session. Guess what the Gregway was the very next day? It was Roger
Oh, I remember
Talk
this.
about Death Stranding 1.
talking about Doom: The Dark Ages every single day.
Wow.
He recorded a diary after his
Wow.
time playing the game. Put that up, and of course, these things happen. Coincidences.
Parallel thought, we call it in
Parallel
comedy.
thought.
Yeah.
We're a team, we work together. We share ideas.
Joey.
Yes.
Is this just not a ripoff of when Greg did that with the last game?
Joey, we're not.
Okay, okay.
I understand the time is weird. The time
That's too far back. That's
the
too
time
far
is
back.
weird. That's too far back.
I would say maybe you got something if he got his ears pierced on Friday, or if you got your ears pierced on Thursday or Friday, and he walked in Monday with ears pierced.
Yeah, then we've got a single white female situation going on.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever seen the movie, Nick?
When it's Jennifer Jason Leigh and Bridget Fonda, and they get basically she becomes her friend.
It's a roommate ad.
Was it Aubrey Plaza kind of remade it? Ingrid Goes West.
Yeah, kind of.
So
But it's
basically
this
she
girl that
gets-
puts out a roommate ad, and then the girl moves in, and then,
And then slowly becomes her.
Gets the same haircut. Starts to want her
Has
boyfriend.
like
all
hooks
this
up with a
stuff.
boyfriend, and he's like he's kind of drunk, and it's like he's like, oh, that's how, and then
Just trying
realizes
to
it's
take
not
over
her, and he's
life.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, weird.
It's pretty crazy. So basically, like,
I've also
trying to be
here's
you.
the thing. I've also seen him wearing chains, and I'm like, when did that start?
Oh, wow.
When did that start?
are you on a
Are
chain
you
right
mad
now?
at Tim?
I mean, not right now.
But you do wear chains.
Here's what I'll say to combat that, Bless.
What's up?
I would say that upon meeting Roger's younger brother, very hip,
So
got-
cool.
bunch of rings, has like the chain from one piercing to the other, like just in like a Final Fantasy character in a sense, right? A lot of buckles. I don't know if there was buckles.
The
but-
shoes were big. His
Yeah.
shoes were huge.
And
At least
I-
2 times the size of a shoe needed to be.
He looked like Ansem.
And I'd
Yes.
always heard Roger go, man, my younger brother's like, well, he's so cool. What a cool kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I think of it, the more I think Roger's like jealous of his younger brother's look. And it's like, man, I should employ some of these sort of tactics. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm also curious because Nick also mentioned that Roger seemingly is trying to be Mike as well.
See, that's my thing. Is my counter to that.
Yes.
I don't think he's trying to be you. I think he's becoming Mike. And I don't think he wants to do this. But I think he is. This Slack is step 1 in the official them melding to be the exact same person. Because Roger has never wanted for other people's approval. But of course, classic Snowbike Mike is doing something, getting pissed off that thing either got too much attention or not enough attention, and then never doing the thing again.
Yeah.
But then continue to do the thing secretly, but just to spend money on the thing.
It's the first time he shaved his goatee and said nobody talked about it.
Nobody talked about it.
And that was his reason. Was like, nobody was mentioning
And
it.
then I tell him, you look amazing with just a mustache. And he goes, I got to have the goatee, Slappy. I got to have the goatee.
Interesting.
A lot of allegations
Interesting.
here.
A lot of. I'm surprised he hasn't bursted in to like defend himself.
Yeah, I'm really shocked. He's busy.
He's got a lot of stuff that he's working on right now.
He's probably busy.
I would like to,
Why don't you go whip out a thumbnail for me right there? A KFP thumbnail, you know what I'm saying?
while you're out there.
Snowbike Mike in chat says I blocked Roger because he would go out to lunch with Bless and not me.
I mean,
Roger says I refuse to come out. He's not coming out.
I did witness Mike desperately try to get Roger to go to In-N-Out with him earlier, and Roger was like, no.
Oh,
I don't know the
wow.
last time I went to lunch with Roger.
Wow.
I took him
Y'all
to.
should go today.
You guys
Roger,
should.
join us at Red Robin.
Yeah, Roger, you want to go to the Red Robin?
Red
The trio?
Yum.
Remember when Greg was like, I'm going to secretly take out everybody for lunch one day?
That's so
Oh
annoying.
yeah,
And then promptly never did it.
I think he took
No,
Roger to
he
lunch.
took out Mike, right?
And he
Mike,
took out Blessing.
Okay.
Did he take me out to lunch?
I'm pretty
I don't
sure.
remember this.
I've been.
I think he
Greg's
took me to
business
lunch for like
partner.
our one-on-one meeting. Yeah, that's different.
Oh, then he took Mike and he took Roger. That's probably who
Yeah, I
it
remember
was.
those in and out photos out there. My topic for the show.
Andy, what's your topic?
What's Labubu? Why am I suddenly seeing all these Labubus?
What's
This
this?
is this the
Do you
liquor
know-
store thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just heard this word. This look. I miss
we really
a lot
do
in this
need
office.
Roger.
I miss a lot in this office. And then I catch up, and then by the time I catch up on it, I'm like, I don't even want to know what Labubu is. But I think I caught peak Labubu. And I still don't know what the hell freaking it means, but it's apparently something that's being sold at the liquor store. This like but is it legal?
Wait, what
Oh, is
liquor
it these
store?
guys?
Yes.
Wait,
Let me
I don't
see.
know anything about a liquor store. I'm talking about just like looking
yes,
at.
okay.
I'm
So it's like
talking about just
it's like
Could someone
Monchichis.
spell it? Could someone spell it?
Labubu.
So we're over there. And
You can't,
apparently,
hold on.
Did you tell the story?
You can't respond to my question of what is a Labubu by. Oh, it's pretty much a Monchichi. That means nothing to me.
I definitely when I typed it in to spell it, I put le like French like L-E.
Yeah.
And then boo and then like B-O-O
B-O-O.
space.
It popped up though, right?
I thought it was a French thing. Yeah, it popped up.
So
They're
there, I
like
mean,
these
now type in
little-
Monchichi and tell me how this is not just a ripoff. Do another tab.
Because
for
I
this so
think
we can go
I'm
back
thinking of
and forth.
Monchichis.
No way. What is that? What's a Monchichi?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
go
we
there.
had them at home. I think my sister had the Monchichis.
Yeah, just I think it's like one word.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the
yeah.
exact same fucking
Yeah,
thing as
we had
Labubu.
these.
They are pretty
They're
much
little
the same
dolls.
thing.
So apparently our liquor store is selling them.
So they're outside of the liquor
Yeah,
store.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about the
They're
liquor.
I think they're like Beanie Babies. I think
They're
it's like
just
a craze
like the
where
big
they're
huge
got-
thing.
yeah.
They come in blind boxes, so then it's like this and Sunny Angel and like all of those like
Sunny
vaguely
Angel.
Sunny Angel.
SONNY Angel.
Oh.
It's like all of these figurines and
Oh,
stuff
ew,
like
these
that.
are scary.
I know, and people get little ones, and then you can like balance them on the top of your phone, and I find them a little bit off-putting, but that's fine.
Dude, if Nendoroids ever become the craze, I'm gonna become a billionaire. I have like 78 figurines. Okay, so Labubu's the new Beanie Baby.
It's a lot of
Tickle Me Elmo.
and like
Yes.
you can get little charms.
Are they
and they
popular
come
like
in a lot
that?
of. Oh yeah, like they are
Really?
like lines out the door. People like raiding. What is it? Something Mart. I forget
Kmart?
What it's called?
H
No,
Mart?
No. It's like-
Walmart.
Pop Mart? No,
Sure.
that's not what it's
Is
called.
this
Something
because,
okay.
is this because tariffs are going to affect?
That's part
Oh,
of
this
it.
brings
Oh,
Roger in. Oh, now Roger wants to talk about this.
What's about
Finally,
Labubus?
I was like Pop Mart. Thank you.
Pop Mart. I don't know what that
Yes.
is either.
It's like another
Figurine store, kind of
yeah.
like a. Okay.
Yeah, there's one
Novelty
in
shop.
There's one in Stonestown.
Oh, Pop Mart.
Yeah, Pop Mart.
Okay.
And Lanza loves Pop Mart, and we went to one. We went to one. I think it was like the beginning of the Labubu phase, craze rather.
When
And
was this? What would
probably
you
like
call
4
the
months
beginning?
ago?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
4
Okay.
months ago. It's been a while. And we walk out. She wanted to get a different figurine. We walk out, and a guy accosts us, walks up to us, and says, "Hey, man, I got Labubus for the Lolo. I got it. I got one right. I can get you some right now." Like he was like ready to like take me to his car to give me Labubus.
Whoa.
But there's a huge fake market and a huge theft market for Labubu. Like it's to the
People are
point.
just getting them like snipped off of their purses.
Yeah, so Leanza has a Monchichi on her bag, which Nick knows about. That scared the fuck out of Leanza, by the way, because Leanza was wearing a Monchichi on her bag, and then Nick goes, "Oh my god, is that a Monchichi?" And she didn't know that these were old. Like she didn't know that these were like an old retro thing that came back. So she just thought that Nick was really in on it. Like he just got everything. And
And she was like, "Oh, this thing's not cool anymore."
yeah."
Oh my
She
God.
threw
Just took it out and threw it out.
But yeah, so we has a so she's scared of getting her Monchichi stolen because she thinks people are gonna think it's a Labubu. But
Jared's
Stop,
crazy.
stop. She's scared of she's scared of getting her Monchichi stolen because she worries that people are gonna think it's a Labubu.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Yeah.
these are actual
Labubu on the
Labubus?
low.
yeah,
Those are
Labubus
crazy.
are huge. These are
Labubus
more
are kinda
the-
lit, dude.
Yeah, these are kind of more of like these are
Whoa.
these are like the toy version of it.
Jared Green in the chat saying Labubu on the low is crazy.
Yeah, but we Mike and I we had a fun interaction yesterday. God, he almost tripped and fucking died. Just
Where, like, I don't Mike, get a fucking mic and get on the set right
Just
now.
wake us up.
Mike, get a mic and get on the set right now.
I don't want to blow up the spot, but I will blow up the spot. But yeah,
You gotta blow up the spot.
it was incredible. Across the street at the liquor store, right? We walk in, and of course, there's always something new there. They're always trying something new. And
there's
the
so
guy
many
that works
things.
there, who only talks to Mike, even though I'm there, right?
He loves me.
He gives me a little fist bump, but
Yeah.
then he only looks at Mike and says, "Mike." He's just like. Mike immediately looks at the Labubus on the counter, and he's like, "Oh, you got these
You
little
selling
fucking things?
Labubu?
You got these little fucking things?" He's just like, "Mike, these are fake as fuck, Mikey."
Yeah.
Mikey, these are fake as fuck, Mikey. And then he's like, "Wait, really? You guys are doing that?" He's
I
like,
hate my boss. He's making me sell these.
And then he looks at us. He's like, "Dude, it's becoming an issue, man. I think I might lose my life over this." We're like, "What?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, this morning, this guy comes in. No, yesterday, this guy comes in and he's like, are these real or are these fake?" And then I didn't want to get in trouble. So then I just say, "I don't know, man. Are they real or are they fake? I can't tell. I don't know."
Mike.
I don't know. And then he's like,
Mike.
and then he looks at Mike. He's just like, "Mike, there's 7-Eleven selling these things for $90. We're selling these for $20. Look at the tape
Like
on
2
this."
and 2.
He's like, "These are fucking fake as fuck, Mikey. These are fake as fuck." And the guy, of course, buys 2. And then he comes in this morning and he's like, "I'm gonna shoot up this
I'm gonna
place.
shoot the place up.
What?
Good, I'm gonna shoot you. He
He's
gave
like,
one of those.
I'm gonna shoot up this place. I need a
next door.
refund right now. I need a refund right now."
For $20, I'm going to threaten to kill everyone in this liquor store.
And then the guy's scared. He's like, "Man," and this is where we had the.
Well, here's
okay,
the
you
best
go.
one. No, you should finish that because I'll tell you what happened today.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it. But then it got me excited because Mike, Nick, you and I,
Yeah.
I ex-vapor, right? I used to vape back in the day,
vape.
and
Oh.
I still have that like in me a little bit, right? Where I think about it every day. I'm like, man, what if I just go across the street and get a vape?
Nick
right?
with the cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. What if I could just do this? But then he freed me because then he looked at me and he says, "It's not just the Labubu, Mikey. We got fake vapes." He said all of our vapes are from China,
No,
and they're fake and they're illegal, and and people are coming in and they're coughing, Mikey.
No, like real talk. Last month, this same guy, I was like, he looked like he was having one, right? He was having a bad day, and I was like, "Hey, man, you okay?" And he goes, "We got busted by the ATF."
Oh shit!
And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Nick, I didn't even know what the ATF was." I was like, "You work at a liquor store, and you don't know what the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms division of our government does?" And he was like, "Yeah, I sold a fake. They have these like behind the counter vapes that are illegal." Because they're not like regulated at all because they're from China.
What makes them unregulated? Like safety? Or
They're a
what?
safety. Yeah, they're unsafe. There's one chemical in them
Yeah.
specifically that's sort of
Popcorn
like
lung.
dice in the that causes
It's
extraordinarily
also
bad.
flavored.
Like
You
hardens your
voted
lung.
for all the flavored fun things to be outlawed.
No, but
Me and my me and my.
But it's not just that. It's like specifically the ones that are knockoffs. Like they don't know what the fuck's in them. So
Why
it'll
did
fuck
Nick?
you
Why
up.
did Mike say popcorn lung?
Dude, that's what I'll give you.
So-
It's a real
What
thing.
does that mean?
if you
popcorn lung.
inhale this specific like these chemicals that are in these knockoff vapes, it like fucks it like hardens your lung.
Oh shit!
And you can't like it won't. It's
Oh,
it's a
wow.
really bad respiratory problem that
Yeah.
never goes away. You can't. There's no.
I'm
cure
for sure
it.
getting it. I was in a lot of Chinese chemicals back in the day.
Yeah,
A lot of Chinese
Roger's one
chemicals.
of Roger's lungs is already gone.
Yeah, it's done.
But he goes like this. He goes. This sweet girl came in. This sweet girl came in. I swear to God, Nick, she looked like she was just 20 years old. 20
Oh,
years old. I
no.
swear to God. And she goes, "Hey, do you guys have any vapes?" And he goes, my boss makes me keep the vapes back. I don't want to sell them, but he makes me keep the vapes. Here.
gotta keep the vapes.
And so he goes. So I go underneath. And anytime you have to go underneath the counter for something, it's
tough.
like this is counterfeit or this is like this is not legal. So I guess he sold her one and she took out her ATF badge and was like, "I need your ID and I need the name of the person that owns this place."
Shit.
Hit him with a fine and hit the place with like something.
Him with a fine?
He hit him personally with like a $2,500 fine.
Yeah.
And then the
God
place
damn.
got hit with a $50K fine.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man.
And so now they're not selling vapes anymore. Now they're selling
Yeah.
off-brand
They got
Monchichis.
Labubus.
Yeah, they
And
got
so
some
after getting
Labubus.
his life threatened last week, I walk in today, we got double Labubus. There's so much. Dude, the Labubus are everywhere on the counter now. We've gotten more Labubus in stock.
Broken containment.
Broken containment. Oh
It's a
my
huge business
God.
now. So, yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
Labubu.
I'm so glad I asked about Labubu.
Yeah, that was a good topic.
That
That
was
was so
great.
much.
I got a lot of
fantastic,
info.
guys.
Holy cow.
Wasn't expecting any of that.
But
I
it
wanna-
is also an issue because they're going to be really expensive with the tariffs.
Okay. Because that's I think that's where I started hearing about them of, hey, because the tariffs are they're kind of looming over everything, they're going to get crazy expensive in the next couple of months. So the time to get them is like now.
Yeah, Cutie Cinderella's been talking about it on Fear and
Oh, maybe
the
that's where I
Boys.
heard of it.
Yeah, because she buys the little charmers for her little deco den shop.
Okay. Wow.
They're so cute.
The boo-boos, man. We
You
gotta
had
get
a
into
question
it.
about my sweater?
Well, that was going to be Joey's topic.
Oh yeah, I have a topic brought to you by Nick.
Joey, I'll spitball on this
Okay.
because I have it written down here.
Yeah.
Is Andy's sweatshirt an appropriate color for a Monday? Because to me, this is more like a dad Sunday sweatshirt.
This is a weird, like.
See,
That's I like that sweatshirt a lot, by the way.
You didn't.
Yeah, can you tell me about the sweatshirt? I don't know anything
Bulma.
about it. I don't know
It's
what that
Bulma
means.
from
The
Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
She's so cute.
because the way that Nick presented it was, I want to talk about Andy's sweater and talk about whether it's appropriate or not, whether the color is appropriate.
Well, okay.
and then I was like, I don't know what that means. And then he said, because honestly, Andy, I look at that, I go, that should be for a Sunday, and I don't know what that means.
it's very like laissez-faire. It's got like the colors not so tight. You're showing a little more neck than I'm used to seeing.
I
And
feel that.
it's very much like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie's like, I noticed some.
I noticed more neck.
It's
more
given
neck
off
I
real
think
like-
it's like a normal amount of
Yeah.
neck.
well, he's got
But,
a,
like,
and
not
he's got
for
the
the
sleeves
workplace.
pushed up. It's inappropriate for the workplace.
For the workplace,
For
yeah.
the workplace.
Well,
yes.
this
You
is something
were
I'll-
acting like he's.
I'll wear this at
our
home
way.
on like a leisurely Saturday.
You look
See, I
like a
think it's more of a
divorced dad
Friday.
that just went out on his first like Chardonnay lunch date, and you're trying to get laid.
With a Bulma?
Yeah, you're putting out a vibe right
Well,
now,
here's
my
the thing.
friend,
I
and
also
it's
bought.
inappropriate
I
for
bought
a
the
work
T-shirt
environment.
version of this as well, and it's not this color blue. It's. Do you remember the old kind of funny T-shirt we had with the games covers?
Yes.
Like that really kind of aquamarine.
Yeah.
It's
it was
pretty
for
much
Kinda
that
Funny
color.
Live 2, 3.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I
very
like that one.
bright kind of
I
teal
love that
color, but
color.
with this same sort of design on it.
Real talk though, I'm talking mostly shit. I love. Is that a periwinkle? I love the
I don't
color of
know.
the sweatshirt.
I just.
You know why I like the color of the sweatshirt? And this is gonna sound like it's an insult. It is not. It is not a good color, but it's a great color. You
Okay.
see it, you go, I don't like that color, but I
love
want
it.
it on my body. Does that make sense?
I like that.
No.
My wife has a tracksuit, aloe tracksuit that's that exact same color. And every time she asks me, she's like, does this look good? I'm like, I can't honestly tell you, but it's evocative. It's
I miss my
evocative.
bright color stuff. I used to, I had a very kind of like I had a very sort of aquamarine hoodie at one point. I had a very coral sort of like orangish pinkish hoodie at one point.
You used to be
And-
like the bright color guy.
They're harder to get because if y'all notice, I usually wear the shit that I make because it's the stuff that I want to wear. But the unfortunate thing about that is the blanks aren't always, it's usually
A
like
lot of custom stuff.
You can't control
pretty
it.
much
Yeah,
basic.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
here's a black sweater, here's a white one, here's
Can't get the good colors.
dark, and it's like, man, I want like this color purple or that whatever. Yeah, so I saw this and I was like, I gotta buy that.
Actually, I really like it.
The
Yeah,
Yeti.
but
But
like
here's
a-
the thing. We have access to the fun colors. So just design more fun color stuff for us.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I do this shit in my free time.
That was a hard pass. That's
Maybe
it.
like
Asked
there's
and
more.
answered, Your
I do
Honor.
this shit at home.
We can
Blessing,
also
you're
help
gonna-
you get those colors.
You're gonna.
Well, I was gonna ask where you discovered this.
I think the
shirt.
Yeti.
The Yeti. Okay.
The Yeti.
Is that just
YET?
another store?
YETEE.
Oh.
Yeah,
I know
you
Yeti,
say
yeah.
they do a bunch of gaming nerd shit, but this was one of those that they do a weird thing where like once a week they post whatever the design of the week is, and it's too affordable. And like, what's going on here? Where the t-shirts are $17, and then all of the other shit they sell, the t-shirts are
$100.
28,
Yeah,
27. What
Oh,
you would
just like a
expect,
flash sale kind
Yeah,
of.
but like the weekly stuff is always crazy good discounts.
In the chat, Bionic Polga says, reminds me of alternate Skittles. You know when they do like a pastel Skittle?
Like
Yeah.
an Easter Skittle.
Yes, like an Easter Skittle.
on
Should we
the
do a
Lord's
dress
Day.
code for work?
What kind of funny? I think we have one. I think it's Bomber Jack. I think it's
Too
whatever.
much neck.
Yeah.
Whatever Tim's wearing.
Yeah, whatever. What would the dress code be? Take us out with the official kind of funny dress code.
A black T-shirt
Yep.
with a bomber jacket over it.
Yep.
Timberlands.
Some
sort
jeans.
of Jordan.
Some Timberlands.
So uncomfortable on my standing desk with the Timberlands on.
A chain.
Yeah,
Are
what's
you
the
just describing what Tim wears every day?
Yeah.
what's the shirt of the week right now?
Blonde
Kev?
hair.
Yeah, click into that. What's the price?
Blue eyes.
Because this has got to be the shirt of the week, and I bet you the price is like
Look how
crazy.
cute it is.
They do a bunch of cute shit.
These are adorable.
On a burnt orange jacket.
How much
Wait, it
is
doesn't
it?
say the price anymore.
Oh, you got to click the size, I believe, to get the size.
Oh,
Oh, like
Oh,
$18.
$18.
That's
Crazy.
That's a
Oh.
great deal.
All right.
All
It's a new
right.
website for me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your Kind of Funny podcast for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us live. If you guys are joining us not live, please leave a comment in the comment field. Let us know if you like Andy's sweatshirt, and if you don't, let us know exactly why you don't. I want to take us out with the Monchichi title, like the song from the
Oh, I didn't
cartoon.
know there was a song.
But I'm
It was a
worried that we're-
cartoon?
Yeah, it was a cartoon. Well, everything was a cartoon. If they saw the toy in the 80s It had to have a cartoon with it. That's how they sold it to kids.
Oh.
As a kid, watched cartoon, like I need the.
See, I assumed it was
Monchhichi.
like a Sanrio type situation.
No, I remember it being. Yeah, it's 1983 is what this is. I'm gonna select a different one
It's
here.
weird that like I know Sanrio is massive, but I always think like that could be Kirby.
No, wait, hold on. Let's
I don't understand why it's
go
not
with
Kirby.
that thought that you
too.
started with. Maybe we shouldn't.
Because I think Kirby does have like a lot of people will buy shit
know?
with Kirby.
When we were at
on
the
it.
Nintendo
Especially
store,
the like 2D
I feel like
Yeah.
flat version.
I just received it.
Like Michael
so
Hyam loves Kirby. Like you go into our apartments, a lot of Kirby shit.
I think maybe we just skip
Yeah.
the video.
Kirby and 2B.
And we don't get in trouble with YouTube.
Just a wild
I just want to
combination.
see. I'm just gonna play it here.
the
real quick.
Nintendo section was
So
like
you're just gonna do it on your own.
this
You're
could be
going
just
rogue on me.
perfect Sanrio shit. He's playing the song.
Oh, we can't hear it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
the
know
gate
this.
can't. We can't hear it. I'm
It's
sorry.
not coming through microphones.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll play it later off screen, ladies and gentlemen. Of course. Oh wait.
That's about all we needed to hear.
That's all we do, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the Kind of Funny podcast. If you guys are watching live with us, by the way, please stay tuned because Snowbike Mike and Tim Geddes are going to unpack some Final Fantasy cards. Is that right,
Magic. Final
Magic
Fantasy
the Gathering.
Magic the
Final
They're
Gathering.
not
Fantasy.
Final
unpacking.
Fantasy
They're
cards.
just kind of going through the list.
They're going to go through the list. And Blessing's going to be there, and I might be playing Doom right next to them off camera. You guys have been amazing. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Like I've been on 3 things today.